Welcome to this week's update on the hedged option portfolio. As you can see, since the last video, the price of Bitcoin's increased quite a bit, and we're now hanging out around the 68,000 mark. The account's performing quite well, up another 2 or 3% since last week. I got quite fortunate with one of the calls I was short. In the transaction log, you can see I was short the 67k call that expired this morning, and the expiration price this morning was 66,900, which is pretty much perfect. And then the price has continued to increase from there, but I'm no longer short any calls. So the positive delta, it's a small positive delta, but a positive delta nonetheless, has resulted in the account doing even better than I would have hoped. And this leaves me in an interesting spot now. The short puts I had rolled out, I can now close these for a few basis points each. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to sell some more short-dated puts. So I'm short 3 puts at the moment. I'm going to close all of these, buy them all back, and short 2 that expire in 2 days. I'm also going to short a call because I'm not short any calls at the moment. We can see my theta is very low, way too low. I'm happy to increase my delta a little bit, so I'm going to sell 2 puts and only 1 call, but I really want to get this theta up quite a bit. So I'm currently short this put, so I'm going to chuck an order in there. I'll try and buy these all back at mark price, and then I'll come back and edit them if I need to after I've sold some additional puts. So in this expiry, I'm already short 1 put, but we're miles away from that now, and most of the value is bled out. So I'm just going to buy this one back. Again, just sticking an order in at mark price. I'll come back and edit these later if necessary. And I'm going to sell two puts. I'm going to go for the 66.5 here. Sell that at 55. And because I'm closing all the other puts, I won't be short too many puts. I'll only have these 2 on. So I'm happy to get slightly more aggressive with the other strike. Let's put that around mark. Okay, so we've got fill on that one. And even this 25th of October, most of the value is bled out from this. It was a roll from a previous expiry. I think we sold it for 3% or something around there, 3.5%. It's now worth only 30 basis points. So we can buy this back. Not getting filled at mark much here. So what I'm going to do is start rolling these orders up a little bit. Surprised that one didn't get filled there actually, but I'll leave it there for a minute. I'm not in a huge rush here. There we go, one got filled around the mark price there. That's why I don't like to adjust them too soon. Give them a few minutes to work at least. This one I will leave for now. There we go. That one I expected to fill faster, just filled. This one we can bump up a little bit, just to 33. Leave that there for a minute, see how that does. And we're trying to short this one as well. It looks like the price is going down slightly. So we should hopefully get filled here. We got filled on our buying back of this one. The net result of this is going to be a net credit, but I'm going to be short less puts. The trade-off being I'll be short puts that are closer to the money, but they expire in only 2 days and there's less of them. But the theta for these will be way higher. At the start of the video, I showed I had a theta of about $1 or $2. So we'll see how it compares after I've finished getting these orders filled. I do also want to short 1 call. I'll probably go for the 69, I think. Normally looking around the 30 delta, 30 to 35. There we go, we've got filled on the second put there. So we've now dealt with all the puts. I've bought back all the puts that had bled away most of their value, and I've shorted 2 more puts that expire in 2 days, which is exactly what I want. All I need to do now is short a call, and I'll try and be patient, get an extra few basis points out of it. It's always nice when you can bring something back in that you've previously rolled out. For example, the 25th of October put, I can't remember which one it was now, the 61k I think it was. So I rolled that out a while ago, a week ago at least, sold it for 3.5%, And now because the price has moved so much, I can buy it back for 30 basis points and bring it back in closer to the current date. So I don't have to wait as long. There's no point waiting another week and a half to make 30 basis points when I can bring that into only 2 days away and make more than that. Obviously, I'm bringing it closer to the money as well, but I'm perfectly happy with that. My order for this call is roughly at mark, so hopefully we'll get a fill. It would be nice if the underlying price increased a small amount, as that'll increase the value of calls and we should get a fill. The underlying price is increasing a bit, so I would expect to get filled here soon. Well, that was short-lived. It's come back down again now. I'm looking at the price up here. This is the index price. And there we go. We got the fill. So I've executed all the orders I wanted to there. I've bought back all the puts that had lost all their value. I've rolled them to the 2-day expiry and closer to the money. And you can see the theta on these ones is considerably higher. If we just look at one example, I think it was the 61 here. The theta for that option is 48 because it's not worth very much anymore. And there's still a week and a half to go. But the two options I just sold have over 200 theta. So they're going to be losing their value a lot faster. So we had about $1 or $2 of theta. So let's check out what the total is now. And you can see it's now over 60, which is exactly where I want it at the moment. And we've increased the delta a tiny amount, but not a huge amount. We bought back several puts, but then we sold 2 more puts and also sold a call. The net result of which was a tiny increase in delta, but not a huge amount. But slightly positive delta, nice healthy theta, and basically ideal strikes now because I only have to wait 2 days for these to expire, and then I can roll or add more when that time comes. I'll add more tomorrow for the 19th, but the state the account is currently in is basically exactly what I like. So I will hold it and see how it does. That's it for today's video. I knew there'd be quite a few trades to do today, so I thought I'd just focus on those. You can see how I actually execute when I'm trading, which should be a useful example. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.